I'm good. I love your accent. I can listen to your accent all day.
I get told that a lot, actually.
Hold on, I'm ripping off my teeth for the video because I might have some chocolate in it.
Oh, that's okay.
I just ate a Snickers because it's on my lose weight plan, you know?
Yeah,
It's that
I love
postpartum
it.
plan.
I've been good. I'm going to be honest, I've been very nervous this morning. My body was telling me, cancel, cancel. Like, that fear, like, it's so silly, that fear of, I don't know, I don't even know what, but it was just, I was nervous. And I was like, no, I'm not cancelling. Successful people don't cancel. I'm doing, like, I've been so excited. I actually pushed this out so that, like, when I set it in your calendar, I pushed it out further so that I could have time to think about what I really wanted to talk to you about.
But why do you think you were nervous?
Yeah, business has been good. The last 3 months have just gone up and up and up. And I was recruiting. This month, gone back down a little bit. I think I've got in my own head because last month I was like, oh my God, like, where is all this coming from? And I caught myself saying things in my own head like, I can't keep this up. So I think I got in my own way a little bit.
A little bit or a lot of it?
A lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot.
So when you say you were basically self-sabotaging.
Yes.
Mm.
I recognize it. So
Yeah.
I feel like that's a start, at least, isn't it?
No, it's definitely a start, but we got to bring awareness to the self-sabotage because for me, I know that when I would start self-sabotaging, the next step came frustration and then resentment and then I quit. And so what I needed to figure out was if I didn't want to keep jumping from one thing to the next, and if I didn't want to keep, almost mastering something and then moving on to the next, I had to figure out where it was coming from, why subconsciously I was feeling the way that I was feeling. So here's my question for you. You almost self-sabotaged with our conversation. You almost canceled. Why do you think you self-sabotage? What is it that causes you to think, like, basically question if you're worthy of success when you're going uphill for 3 months? There's a reason for that. It's your time. Why do you think that you don't think you're worthy of it? Or why do you think there's things that are stopping you?
I brought some awareness to how I've viewed myself in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm not worthy.
Yeah.
So I think it does come down to, because I've noticed, like, my engagement, my views, my everything just plummeted all of a sudden with this negative self-talk of, I can't keep this up, this is crazy, how am I doing this? Everything just dropped off. And I know I've done it to myself. I just still don't fully understand why.
So you can pivot at any moment when it comes to social media interaction, engagement, views, shares, likes, comments. The problem comes when there is a bump in the road, when your business stops because of it. Because let's say this was your job, you'd have to show up anyway, even when you get into that moment of self-sabotage or self-doubt. And so you've got to treat this like a business that pays your bills, even if it's not. Because at the end of the day, when you have a really big obstacle in your way and you're making millions, that one moment that you drop the ball could be the moment you lose everything. And there's not to say there's not times we're going to fail. There's not times that we're going to suck completely, because we are. There's moments where I need, but I don't walk away completely and I don't self-sabotage like I used to. So it's crazy, right? Like, all of a sudden you're on this uphill. You have all this success that's coming. You're growing your platforms. Your business is growing, right? I know this about you. And then yet your subconscious is coming out into the conscious of you not taking action. That's how powerful the subconscious is. So we have to figure it out. We have to tap into what those triggers are. And it's not like, well, I know I'm worthy, but I don't know why I'm not worthy. It's you don't feel like you're worthy. There's something that stops you. There's something that stalls you. And you say that you don't know what it is, but I think you do, and you just don't think it affects you as much as it does.
I do feel like I am struggling a bit to build my tribe and who to speak to. I feel like I've been too broad. But then at the same time, I'm like, what? Like that video you did about, does your audience really want to hear what you've got to say? That really hit me. Like, that's definitely something I battle with. I'm like, do I really have value to bring?
Yeah.
What can I really offer? I've been a single mum for so long. What can I really offer? You know?
Do you have a roof over your head?
Yes.
Is your kid fed?
Yes.
Do you love your baby?
Yes.
Does your baby love you?
Yes.
You have everything to offer. There are moms out there that don't know how to be moms, let alone a single mom. There's hacks and experience that you have of making it happen and keeping a roof over your head and your child's head and having your kid clothed and fed. And there's funny moments, and there's moments where you're alone, and there's single moms that are out there that don't know how to parent by themselves. They don't know how to keep food on the table. They don't know how to survive. They don't know how to wake up every morning with a smile on their face. There's moms that have resentment towards their children because they are single moms. There's so much value you can give. But you don't think of it that way because you just think, I've just been a single mom for so many years. You haven't just been a single mom. You are a single mom. Yeah. Putting the word just in front of words is a self-limiting word. It's a self-limiting belief. It's minimizing your value and minimizing your own worth. And that's why you have worth issues, is because you still use verbiage that diminishes. Being a single mom is freaking hard. I know, I was one.
Yeah. Okay, so no more just.
No more just. But when I think of a single mom, I think of a powerful human. I think of a powerful woman. I think of someone who was dealt probably a shitty hand, but is playing them well.
So I do look at that and I think, well, I've got to have something that I can share with them. And I remember talking to one of my uplines early on when I got started a couple of years ago, and she said something that sort of, I think, makes me question, should I be speaking to those people? She's like, do you really think they're the best prospects? Because do they really have the money to get started in your business? I
didn't have the money to get started, and I sold things to get started in network marketing. So I think that was honestly one of the things that's wrong with this industry, is that everyone's pre-qualifying who they want to talk to. What if someone hadn't reached out to me? What if, I get emotional just thinking about it.
Yeah, I held on to my tax return, like $1,260 for nearly a year, waiting for my company to launch here. So that was something I wanted to bring up to you, because the people I want to help, I've got alcohol issues, I've got drug addiction issues, long time ago now, but I've got all that in my past. I want to help the people that are like me, that feel like they don't belong anywhere. But I don't want to.
Are you afraid of sharing those pieces of you to your audience?
I've shared a little bit of it, but yeah.
So today there was a powerful training in my free Facebook group in my healer community, and there was a woman, Kimberly Olson. She's the gold digger girl. And she talked about a live video that she got tagged on that I did back in 2017. And one of my missions that year was to help 20 women get sober. And whether it was through directly working with them, or whether it was, through my messages or whatever, just really empowering 20 women to get sober. She shared with me how that was one of the things. She had literally decided to get sober. She literally launched her brand by working with me 6 months later. Yeah. And she has a completely different life.
Yeah.
So when I hear that you don't know what you have to offer, or when you hear you don't know your tribe, but then you tell me that you're a single mom for X amount of years and you went through drug addiction and all the things that you've gone through, you have so much value to give. What if no one bugged me? when I was a single mom and they thought I didn't have what it took and I didn't have the money, so they just skipped over me in their phone book. Kimberly